Welcome. Welcome to Hands of Provision. My name is Mary, and today we'll be saving to put into our abundance funds to cover emergencies or unexpected events that might arise. We are transitioning from saying emergency savings to abundance savings, thanks to our lovely friend Fiona at Frugality is Life, where she let us know about the fullness and the beauty of calling it abundance, because if you are able to save and put that money aside to meet an emergency, it is no longer an emergency. It doesn't feel like an emergency as much, does it, once the money is saved? So that's how we're working it. However, emergency has been a much talked about savings since Dave Ramsey, I think he was in the early 1990s, came up with the $1,000 his baby steps. And the first thing you do is save $1,000. And I know in 1990, $1,000 seemed impossible for me to meet. And can I say that it still feels like a very large number, but thanks to savings challenges and these cash stuffings, it no longer feels impossible. However, as one of my commenters and I discussed, $1,000 no longer really meets the unexpected events that come up as well. So most people have increased that. But $1,000 is a good way to start. And that is true for me. I started in January to get $1,000, and I used this progressive savings challenge. And slowly, $50, $100, $200, I went on up till I did get that first $1,000, and I put it back here in the $2,000 envelope. There's Dave Ramsey's picture on the savings coupon that I made. It's on my coffee because it felt victorious, because so many days I thought there's no way I could ever save $1,000 just to set aside for a possible emergency or unexpected event. But there it happened, my friend. And then now we've started again. So instead of just jumping in here and trying to do another $1,000 just on one envelope, it worked so well to slowly creep up there that I have started again. And what we do at the end of each month, on my last day to play in these challenges, I pull the money and see how far it takes me along my path to my next 1,000. Right now, we're trying to get to the 600. We have 500 and let's see, there's the $500 in the bank, and we have $524 as it stands right now to begin. And today is the last day that I save for savings challenges. So I do them every other Friday. And so this is the last Friday that I save for emergencies. So I'm looking forward to this. I always do, to see where it gets me. But before we start all this, we have to do our non-negotiable. We have to do our daily calm savings, our daily savings. They keep us grounded, keep us focused on what our main goals are for 2026. This is the Daily Calm Bundle that's free on my coffee shop. And I started with the Daily Edition Challenge, which is also free on my coffee shop. So there's the Daily Calm dashboard, and then there's the Daily Edition. So with the Daily Edition, you choose your top 3. What do you want to focus on getting there? What do you need to get there? Now, I will say, and just jump ahead, that I also save for emergency on a daily basis too, because if I didn't save for those unexpected events, then I would have to pull from these envelopes here. And I would like to avoid doing that as much as possible. Friends, it's very dark here, even though it's mid-afternoon, because a storm is about to come. It's rolling in. So if you hear it, it's kind of, storms are a kind of strange thing. They're kind of, just very mysterious and captivating, as well as sometimes I know it can be scary for some. But I just think they're so fascinating to watch out your window, safe in a house, right? With electricity. Hopefully the electricity does not go out on me. So back to our 3 goals. I have retirement, month ahead, and debt payoff. My top 3 goals in 2026. They are in my mind because every day I save for them. So the way I do it on this one is I roll a left, right, center. The dot on the left, right, center is nothing. The star is the center. And then you have the left and the right. There's a lot more of the dot, so it does come up quite a bit when you're rolling this, but it is nothing as far as this game is or concerned, this challenge. So we're going to do Thursday and today, okay? Month ahead, yes, month ahead, my fave, month ahead. So I do like to do it on the daily, but I also like to have the accountability with you. So I usually wait to see and do the roll with you as much as I can. So the right is debt payoff. So we have month ahead and debt payoff. 2 good ones, which of course I think so since I chose them, right? And I roll a D4 to find, oh, month ahead just got a 1. How disappointing. And a 1 for debt payoff as well. So I draw that funds from a envelope back here called the Daily Edition. It's like we call it our bank, and this is on the coffee, these inserts. And I'll just pull out the 2 for 1 for debt for month ahead, and which is getting nice and full there. 1 for debt payoff. So the second challenge I do on the daily comes from Anna Banana Budgets, and it's her roll for your savings goals. And it is on the calendar, and I rotate between my top 3. So there's debt payoff, retirement, month ahead, and we'll be back to debt payoff. So each month that it's their month, they get all the money in their envelope, and at the end of that month, I pull the funds from this envelope and put it in the larger challenge. So debt payoff, as for an instance, I pulled it at the end of May, but it accrued all of June, all of July, and now in August it'll accrue again. And at the end of August, I'll be pulling it once more to put it into that larger challenge. Okay, so we will roll here. She has us roll a color dot die because there's the color legend down here at the bottom. We get the yellow, which is a D6. I actually got a 6 on Wednesday. I was so excited because it has come up so rare. All right, we get a 4. I like that. And then we do the blue, which is a D3. And we get a 3. That's the top you can get there, right? So that is a good $7 in total. But the way I do this one differently than the daily edition is I actually do allocate the full $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's hope I have the correct. There's 3. I saw a 5 in here, so I may have to see if I can make change from the daily edition. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. So we'll swap the 5, put that in here, and put the 5 in here after we take the 3. So 2 going back in here. Okay, so on this one, I budget the full 6 for each day. So Thursday is taking 4 of the 6 into the month ahead, leaving $2 to be into the randomizer. And Friday here is taking 3 into the month ahead, leaving 3 to go to the randomizer. So these 5 go into the daily randomizer. This is where I put the funds that didn't get rolled from the 6, and on daily they accrue, and then weekly I randomize them over these 3 envelopes, which is always fun. I usually do that on Saturday, and this is the randomizer, and this is where Then I color in the fishies of the sea according to how much money each of those 3 envelopes got. And so lastly, on the daily, I do, as I said, the emergency fund to keep me from having to pull from my top 3 goals. After having worked hard to put the money in there, it's nice to try and keep it from getting pulled, right? So here, this is the Save $2,027 in 2027, starting it early. And this is by Superior Budgets, excuse me. And we are doing the 1 through 6s, keeping it calm on the daily basis. But what we do here is roll our color dot die. We're in the yellow. And then 1 through 6, a D6, we got 3. I do have a 3. And now we'll have to do this twice since we're doing Thursday and Friday. So there's our 3 for Thursday. Grab 3 out of that bank envelope if I have enough. There's the 3. I'm going to have to go get the money from they each have a funding envelope that I set up when I do my cash stuffing. And I forget to put it in here sometimes because it gets really bulky if I put all of it in here, right? So I have to dispense it a little at a time. So let's see how much I need to go draw for sure. We're going to be in the purple, like the purple. And how much am I going to need? There's my 3 for that. I need another 3. Do I have a 3 in the purple? I do not have another 3, but I do have a 2 and a 1. So that is what we're going to do, the 2 and the 1. And then I got to go grab the money. One moment. Okay, so I grabbed some from its funding envelope, put it back in here for the coming days. Like I need to fill them all up from their funding envelope. And so that is 6 between the 2 going into emergency. Oh, I love the rain is coming down really hard right now. So lovely of a sound. Just gorgeous. Okay, so and that is my daily calm done amidst a storm. Isn't that funny? I love that juxtaposition there, friend. Okay, so let's get into our beautiful emergency savings. So I have some exciting add-ins today. So I bring my normal $90, which is bi-weekly from my income. And I have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and $30. So the 60 and the 30 make the 90. Listen, you never know how many ones you're going to need, 5s, what you can do, but hope. So I am bringing in 2 other, so exciting, friend. So you know I closed out Build-A-Bank at the beginning of the week before last, and it allocated, it covered all my top 4 funds, I think it is, and I've done them all now. This is they've all been getting added in to those top categories of mine. Such a fun way of doing it. So Build a Farm had all of those. Took me 8 months to finish, and now I get the fun of adding them into my big goals. And I have done, this will have done the month ahead, and I've done, I believe I did the debt payoff, I think I did. And now I'm putting in emergency. I still have to add in the retirement. Those 4 were in there. And now I'm starting Build a Farm, and it will do something similar to that. So if I can encourage you to get those larger fun games that you do, and then you get to bring them in. So here's what I'm thinking. I also finished up a mini. So we do the minis to bring money in too. So today I actually get a large one and a quick win one. This was a fun one. This was by Janet at Mint Budgets, and it's bringing us $15 in today. Oh, and I have a third. So if you saw my $5 habit, I just put $5 a month into all my sinking funds. And it's been about 8 months, 9 months that I've been doing that. And suddenly I had meaningful money in there. So I pulled $45 from the emergency fund and brought it in here. So what I think I'm going to do, friends, instead of putting all of this into the games, which is overkill, I think I am going to be putting it into my progressive, my overall. The progressive challenge tracks my overall savings for emergency, right? What I'm going to do, I did last week, I brought in extra 10 each for the 2 big collabs I have that I'm saving this day. So I'm going to take the 15 from Janet's challenge that she saved us and just take the 5 from the money that I did with what I call my little bit of savings, because I just do $5. So it just felt like a little bit when I started out, but then it became this. And then these 2, I'm going to add directly into the progressive savings at the end of this video when I pull all the money, because as we say, we're going to be pulling them today. Such a fun time. So I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to put, now we have $20, 10 each to put in those 2 collaborations. Perfect. Love that so much. Okay, now let's get started. All that to get us started and on the road to some fun savings. So this binder has just a lot of fun challenges that I use to help keep me motivated to continue to save for emergency. This is the Saturday Savings by the Mrs. Champion. I do it the low income way. So I save, so the 18 on the one Saturday is a 9, and then tomorrow's the 25th is 7. So 9 and 7 is $16 that I will be saving. So let me grab $16 to add. And then we had already saved 6. So now we have a total of $22 in here. So we're going to be pulling that. And I do like to write it right here when I pull it, but I also write it here. So $22 means we've been, we're at $163 so far saved in 2026 with this challenge. I do this to track it because, like I said, we're pulling the money because we put this money then into the progressive challenge at the end of each month, and of course into the bank as it gets to a significant amount. I'm going to put the saved money over there as we go. Next, we've been working on Villains. This is a fun card game by Donna, powered by creativity. I worked through all 52 cards. Not yet completed one of these challenges, although I've tried. I had to pull the money for an unexpected event. So I'm just going to cut the deck, and we're going to pull for 2 weeks. So, okay, so I have a king, and 2 big days is that's a good thing that that I have the other money and that for the collabs, or I wouldn't have anything. So I'm going to get so the king is a 10 and so is the 10, so $20 going in here, and then I need to color them. So the diamonds are blue, so I get to pull do the king of diamonds. So I've been having some low. I have to say I have been pretty lucky. So no, that was the diamond. Now I have the spade. So it's just black. I did it backwards, friend. The diamond was the 10. What do I do about that? What do I do? Do I take that? You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to take that from the surplus, aren't I? So what I'm going to have to do, because it has to be right balanced, so what I'm going to have to do is find the king of diamonds and pull it out of the deck, or it will be off, won't it? And then I'm going to have to take So from the little bit, here's where little bit saving me, right? From the little bit, I'm going to take the 10 and put that in there. That turned out to be a blessing that I had that. I'm going to find the King of Diamonds. There he is. I guess I should have picked the same color, and that would have avoided this. It's because they're not the same color that I keep doing this. So those are 3 large ones done. So that's kind of good too. Not a bad thing. So these are all the finished cards. I'm getting down there. So let's see then, with that 30, what have we saved so far in July? This is our last week of saving here. So we have $43 saved in July. So that brings us to a total of $144 saved with this challenge. And we'll set the money aside. So glad I had that extra. Next, we have the year-long savings. This is a collaboration by Norelli's Budgets, and we are in July for Pansy's Budgets. And I do this one a little differently. These lovely envelope inserts are by Michelle Plans Daily. It was such a beautiful binder that it's what made me start thinking, oh, you know, I would really love to use Michelle's cards. So I started actually saving the emergency money. This is the only one that I don't pull, but I've been letting them accrue. I started only in May though. Did I think of that? And so right now we're going to do July and Pansy Budgets. She's already got 5 in there. Let's see. Oh, such gorgeous. Look how beautiful those are. Okay, so we're going to finish up this one for sure. Let's roll and see. 1. And we're going to do $1 on that one. Let's roll again. And $1 on that one. And one more time. And 1. And I have the 2. So we'll mark off this 2 right here for the coconuts. So that is another 3. Actually, that put these 2 back and grab a 5. So that gives us $10 in July. But you know what? It's a shame not to. I got to mark off one of these. I'm going to roll for a 4 or a 1. A 1. So we are going to mark off one of these. So gorgeous. I had to do that. So that is $11 going into July. Thank you, Pansy. These are gorgeous. Love them so, so much. All right. And that is July done. And we'll pull that one when we get to December and see how much that is in there. Okay. So this is by Tara at Lifted Up and Living, and this is a quilt-along group play. And I do $5 a quilt, and I colored them in ahead of time. So let's do $10 going in here today. And that gives us a total of $20 in July and a total of $67. I've been saving with hers since May, I guess. I think maybe before that. I did the other. I think I've been doing it since they came out. But we are pulling the money, of course, and we're going to be seeing where that gets us. So beautiful with the candlelight in here, with it's just the nice soft rain going on out there. So far, there's not been any thunder or lightning. Just beautiful. This is by CBA Mom Saves, Joe at CBA Mom Saves, and she is just highlighting certain channels, which is so sweet of her. I loved this. She put me on this. What a blessing that she did. Because since I've been playing it, I have gone to meet other channels and just enjoyed them. So I'm going to get a D8. I think it is this one, because there's 8 when you include sections that roll and save. So we're going to go to 6 today and see who we get to see. All right, let's see what number 1. We have Brooklyn L Saves. Yes, love Brooklyn L. If you've not been to her channel, you definitely should. Since we're doing 2 weeks worth, I'm going to roll again. And whoops, that was a 1, I'm pretty sure, but that's already been done. And a 2's already been done. And done. I think all I have left is this one. This is cashing in with Shelly. She's the only one done. Left here at cashing in with Shelly she's wonderful. Love Shelly. Please go and I'm going to put a check mark up there because that one is done. And that is $5 going in here. This is a beautiful way to get to know a couple other channels that you might have missed, did not know they were out there, right? So we're adding another $8 in here, which brings us to 36 in total saved. Since we pull the money, it's nice to know how much overall that it has saved by keeping that record. And then we are on to the Farmers Market collab. We are down to Budget with Nina, and the Enchanted Owl's Nest. So today we are going to look at Budget with Nina, and let's see how many pies. We're going to mark off 2 pies. We've already got 2 there. 2 pies there. And let's roll again. 2 more pies. I think I want to swap out that 5, so we're going to roll one more time. And 5. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to be going to the Enchanted Owl's Nest and marking off one of her icons as well. So this one is now completed. And I need to add 5. Well, I guess I just add 5. So now I have a total of $9 going into the farmer's market. And that brings our total for the month of July, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and $16 for the month of July. Gives us a total of 37. Thank you, ladies, for that beautiful collab. We will go ahead and remove this one. And we are down to, like I said, Leanne at the Enchanted Owl's Nest. We will work on the rest of that one then next time we play. And this is the Get to Know Us collab, and this one we've been working through. We did Chris at Crisscross Budgets and Morgan at Dice Budgets and Saves, Beth at Cat Lady Budgets, Erica at Superior Budgets, and Michelle at Michelle Plans Daily. And we are down to the last one. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because we will be finishing up here with July. What we can find out today about Miss Jamie at Charma Budgets. We're just going to start, I don't remember where I left off. I think we're just going to start up here and go around and see what we can get to and learn about Jamie. 6, 1, let's see, I said here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm trying to read upside down. My favorite animal is a cat. Okay, a cat. I like cats, but dogs, I have to say, are my favorite. All right, and then we will go 1, 2, 3. I do love all animals, though. My favorite season is fall. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you on that one perfectly. Okay, and 1, I have to jump to jail, so we save $1. I was going to go around the board, but that made a fast jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. My favorite flower is lily and dragon snaps. Whoa, those are pretty. 2, 3, and 4 for that. That is a very specific flower, isn't it? Most people take them the more ordinary, like roses or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But Jamie is definitely got a beautiful flower there. I am most thankful for my family. Beautiful. And that is 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So good to get to know you, Jamie. I'm going to just say a couple. I think the rest of this is going to go, well, I'm going to do one more. We're going to do one more because we do have the money set aside. This doesn't give me anything. I was going to jump to ones that we hadn't played, but I want to learn something about you. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. favorite movies of all time are Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Oh, I love that, Jamie. And what is that? I can't, the Code Must Be Crazy. I've never watched that. The Code Must Be Crazy too. And that is 6. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Doesn't leave me a lot for the crazy dice, but that's okay. Jamie, that I love. Not too many people have I heard the Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I love that. We're going to be finished with this. Thank you so much. I love that movie, and not too many people have I heard ever discuss that. Okay, so 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and $40 in the Get to Know Us collab. So it brought us a total of $56. That is quite a lovely sum. Thank you, ladies. I have totally enjoyed getting to know all of you in this collab. It has been a joy. And we are down to 4 that we're going to put into Crazy Dice. These are the 2 collabs that have their own binders. And I'm just going to put all 4 into a color, because what I was trying to do is knock out the ones, the higher numbers, because this is my catch-all normally. And normally at $4, I don't usually have quite that much. Usually it's 3 or under. So 4, 5, and 6, when I have extra, I try to get those knocked out. All right, so we have pulled all the money on these, and we're going to do, wait a second. Oh yes, I'm going to say, now we got to go back here, but I have to pull the crazy dice, don't I, friend? Wait, where did I put that $4? Did I just set it over there? So I got to count it in here. So the $4 went in here, so it's $24. Goodness, too excited. $98 total so far in the crazy dice. And we'll put that over there, and we're going to finish up. Okay, so I guess we're going to play our villains takeover first. And we're going to do the way that we did it last time. It worked out really well. So I take my $10 and I'm going to put it in my envelope here. And then we are going to use $10 in quarters to track as we spend our money. Okay, that worked out really well last time. And this time, I think what we're going to do, we're going to leave number 1 here as our catch-all. And we're just going to go, because some of them I noticed were completed. So I'm just going to go through them one by one. In fact, I guess I will start with, this is by Nori herself. This is a collab. And as I come up on each one, I will let you know the channel that created it. This is by Nori on the Mojo, and 5. So I get to mark off 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so this is $10 worth, so I'll know when I'm done with my $10. This is by Budgeting with Lysandra, and this is the Gorgeous Villains Takeover. So they're all villains, and this is Nori's Budgets and Budgeting with Lysandra. I'm sorry, Lysandra, I think I left you off there. And this is the Voldemort, the infamous Voldemort. And he gets 3 off his. 1, 2, and 3. Gorgeous. And this is Scar. This is by Pansy's Budgets. I think I'm having a hard time seeing what I've crossed off. 2 is a 5 here, right? So we're going to do 5 there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm assuming that's a Roman numeral 5. And then we're going to do 1 more. No, we only did 1 roll for each of the others. So it's not fair. This is beautiful. This is Overthinking and Budgeting. And let's see, we've done 1 and 2. Let's go to 3. And there are 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Mirror, mirror on the wall. And I don't want to let that smear. That smeared on me, that first one, and it bothers me. So I'm trying to, I just dropped my pen. hold it up there a little lightly. Okay, this is by, this is Shades Budget, Professor Rattigan. And I only have 2 left on here, so we get to cross them all off. And that one is completed. Actually, though, not so. I have to cross off 3 more, right? Yes, this is so cute. All right, and this is Steph's On a Budget, Hades. That one is done. So we will skip on that one. And this is, we're all mad here. This is by Tobin Budgets. And we'll do 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. There, I'm trying to let that one dry as well. I know this one is completed, but this one is by Annie's Little Savings. And let me go, the other one that was completed, I should have still told you the name. That, I did tell you Steph's On a Budget. Wasn't there another one that was completed? Maybe not. Maybe not. This is by It's Not Too Late, Terry. And 4. Let me count them out before I forget. 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. It gets there. Cruella DeVille. This is by Brooklyn L. Saves. We are going to roll, well, let's see which one we land on. 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to roll a D8. And we got a 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is by What's Poppin' Sunshine. And we're starting here. I think this is our first time on here. Okay, so we start here for $1, I guess. And I will mark off that $1. And then each icon will roll your favorite dice. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we will do a D3 here, which is a 2. My favorite dice is a D3. Nice and low, nice and low. Okay, Ursula. All right, let's see which one we're gonna not. What do we have left? We only have $4 left. I think we're gonna have to not go over, so we're just gonna pick the 4. And there we have it. We have spent our $10, and we need these back to do our $10 in the next collab. This is by Lady Luck Saves. I don't think I said gorgeous. And then that last one, Budget with PJ, we didn't get to, and Savings with Tracy, and finally, Mom Wife Budget Life. Gorgeous, ladies. I love, love, love the design on this. Okay, let's actually take the money out though before we do our foodie collab and see what we have. $10, $20, and $24 going in to Villains Takeover. That gives us a total of $77 so far saved. That is very respectable. My goodness. All right, so then the last and final $10 is going to go into the foodie collab. Are you ready to get hungry? Every time, right? Every time. We're going to grab our this is our money, of course. And then these are the cards that we have to pull from. And this is the Fun Foodie Box Challenge collaboration hosted by Aussie Bee Budgets, The Bubbly Stuffer, Mom Wife Budget Life, Bega Budgets 777, and Pink Plum Budgeting. Love this, friends. I had not been able to, had met several of these ladies, and now I adore their channels. So this has been fun. All right, we're in the cupcake savings. I know they're back here. The cupcake savings. I have not got these recipes memorized to make this faster for you, friends. I'm so sorry. Let's see how many we're going to save today. We're going to save 4 cupcakes. 1, 2, 3, and 4 cupcakes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. We'll just leave that out for now. And I think that has to go back in, right? Because you have to remember to come back out. All right, sauces and condiments, and there are 3. In order to speed it up, first of all, let's do the 1, 2, 3, because I'm going to do them all and mark them off. And then I'm going to find them. I think I'll set that on top of it. I have to make sure I remember that I marked things off. Here we go. There's a sauce on spaghetti bolognese, and this is by Mum Wife Budget Life. I know I did the seasonings too on the previous day. I know I did seasonings. I keep finding ones that I had missed. And this is Amanda at Mum Wife Budget Life making the spaghetti bolognese. Love it. I think I'm leaving them out until they're done and putting the finished ones over there. That a plan? Okay, oops, that's not how we do this. And we're at cupcake savings again. So maybe I don't need to leave those in. Maybe there's enough of them without them getting put back in. I don't know. There's 2 more going in there. That's gonna save us a lot just right there, friend. And okay, we have a search and save for sugar. Sugar, oop, right to it. I went right to it. Pink Plum Budgeting, Vicky. I am playing Vicky's playlist today. I love Vicky. She is wonderful. All right, let's get our 2 for, that's actually 1. I still have to find the other sugar, don't I? That's 1 sugar. Don't get ahead of myself. Actually, she's done. So what should I do? Should I turn that upside down? I hate to do that. I absolutely hate to do that. I have to think of another. You guys are really good at like maybe take one of these and stick it in here to remind me that it's done. One of the finished cards. I know you can give me some great suggestions in the comments, please, because I want to be able to still see the participants and their names and their delicious recipes. Okay, this is by Blissful Budgeting. This is the other sugar, and it's waffles with Lotus Biscoff spread. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. And that is not completed. We still have the Lotus Biscoff to find and save for. Okay, cross off 1 ingredient on 1 recipe card for free. So I honestly feel like I did choice of meat before and forgot about knocking this one off. So I'm going to write freebie here so I know in case it does come up and I was incorrect. And we'll just do that. Okay, actually let's use the darker one on this so we can see it better. Tucking it in seems to keep them from getting loose on me. This or that on the dessert. So back we go here for someone in the games. This is by Pink Plum Budgeting. And we have already done, we are now on sweet and salty, and we'll pay $0.25 for this. And sweet or salty, sweet or salty. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go for the salty. It actually depends on the mood, right? Sometimes you're in the mood for salty, sometimes you're in the mood for sweet, and sometimes you're in the mood for sweet salty. Sweet salty is the way to go. I'm not sure if I keep that one either. Okay, cross off 1 ingredient on 1 recipe card for free. I'm just gonna go and you know what? I'm gonna do my own and it will be done. So I thought, because I feel like we did ground beef as well. Wow. So this was a freebie. I'm just going to write it F-R-E. There we go. And now this one is completed. So I'm just going to turn this one upside down. It matches in the color. And these are my svihas. Love svihas. That sounds so good. I haven't made them in a long time. They were a specialty from my aunt who married into a Lebanese family. And she has passed on, and I really, really miss her food. Oh no, spoiled food, save an extra 2. So we take the 2 out for that. I think that one's done. We got another, oh no, spoiled food, save $2 for that. And then save double on the next card, okay. And the next card is under budgeted, spent too much, save 3 into your catch-all. Okay, so I have to save 6 into my catch-all. Okay, so the catch-all was, I believe, this coupon one and this one, saving 6. So we're just going to mark off, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and save 6 coupons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is by Mom Wife Budget Life. And I love coupons. I love having coupons make my grocery money stretch. All right, we're gonna find some sour cream. There should be 3 of those. And right off the bat, Miss Aussie B Budgets, Tammy, our hostess, had the sour cream there, so that's 1. Thank you, Tammy, for this delicious challenge. Marshmallow salad. I keep saying I want to make this because she adds white chocolate chips, which I find very, very interesting to me. I'm going to tuck this back in this time. And that one is done. That did help me remember that one was done. Sour cream. This is by Budgeting with a Ginger, and she has creamy sour cream chicken casserole. Yum. Sounds good on a rainy day like today. A casserole is like a comfort food in my mind. Delicious. And 1 more sour cream to be found. Okay, I must have skipped on by it before, right? When you're saying something to me to the screen, there is the bubbly stuffer with her loaded nachos. Yum. One of my all-time favorite meals is loaded nachos. Yum. I cannot do the dairy as much, but just a light bit. I just do a light bit and take a dairy aid pill and I'm good. Okay, eggs. Eggs is a staple, isn't it? Okay, I am going to count out 3. Did I do the 3 in the sour cream? I think I did. I'm going to leave it there so this time I don't forget that I did it. And then I'm going to speed you up as I find the eggs or egg watch. This is by Blissful Budgeting, her waffles with Lotus Biscoff. And we are down now to the Lotus Biscoff. That is the remaining ingredient. Eggs here in chicken and shrimp carbonara by LJ's Butterfly. I just did the wrong one, ladies. I have to do another one. And for that, so sorry. I messed up. I'm not sure. I'm going to put an M for mistake. And so when I come across that card, I'll know I checked it off because I paid for it, but it was a mistake that I did it. Okay, I think that is 1 more of the eggs that needs to be done. There's the egg wash. And I think that is the 3rd one. And this is Nat Budget's Stromboli, another delicious. I think I already did them all. Look at me. It's hard to talk and count and make sure you're reconciling. You know, until you try it, you just don't know. You just don't know. Oh no, food. I have had a lot of spoiled food, friends. This is really serious. $2 extra there. And now we have some peanut butter cups. Yum. Whose recipe required delicious peanut butter cups? Do you remember? The s'mores. Loving Life at 60ish Denise. I was watching Denise's channel the other day. She's precious. Okay. And she was sharing from her heart. That's hard to do on camera, friends. Okay, we have marinara sauce. And we should, you think I'd have these memorized, but I do not have them memorized. Marinara. There we are. This is Nat Budget's Stromboli. Again, delicious. And I'll pay that $1. Well, actually a quarter, to be precise. Save double on the next card. And save double on the next card, which means what? 4 times as much? 4 potatoes. Good thing there's only 1 potatoes, friends. Okay, so who is the lucky recipe who gets this much money for potatoes? I went right on by Sophie, your delicious roast beef. Oh, love this. Sophie Budget's roast beef with Yorkshire pudding and roasted potatoes, cauliflower cheese, broccoli, gravy. Yum. Okay, so 4 times 1, so 4? Does that sound right? So I have to, well, if I doubled this one and then I doubled it again, it would be 4. I'm just going to do 4 and hope that I did that correctly. All right, Sophie, thank you so much for that. Delicious. That was always a Sunday meal that my mom would make. Put it in the oven, and that way then when somebody came to church that was new, they had enough in the oven, they would always invite them home to eat with us. And there are going to be 2 of those. So I'm setting the 2 aside here for those. And this is by Vicky Plans Budgets, the lamb. I am not going to even try that, but that looks amazing. It looks kind of like a lamb gyro or a taco to me, but maybe let me, that is amazing looking. And 1 more with lemon juice. I just heard the thunder. I don't know if you could hear it through the mic, but we are having the thunder roll here. Let me look for that lemon juice. And do I do this lemon here? I think so. I'm gonna do a quick check. Okay, yes, we're gonna do this lemon because I did not see another lemon juice. So that is by Chicken Piccata by Claudia's Creation. Katie at Claudia's Creations. Yum. And those are those 2, and we are down to 2. So wherever we go next. Oh no, spoiled food. Save an extra 2. Well, we are done. That was perfect amount. And we'll set that aside. I'm not sure about these, so we will figure that out. And then now I get to see how much this saved us in July, and then how much in total I get to put in my progressive challenge. So let me pull out my tracker, and the foodie box is 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, let's get this in order. Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and $33 in July. So we have a total of $86. Wow. These box challenges really do help you save. Okay, and that is done. And now we get to find out how far we get to move in our progressive challenge. Let's see what our total is here. And then we're going to add in the money from the little bit and from the emergency and get a final total to go in there. Friend is super excited. Saving money is more fun than spending for me now. It has just totally become different. Let's see, we're going to separate everything first. Okay, 5s and 10s and the 1s. I'm probably going to miss something in here. I did not know that all of these things were going to come in at the same time though. So that is kind of fun too. So we're going to add all this up. This should be $197. We're just going to go ahead and add it in and get a final total. Like I said, this was from the Build-A-Bank, so there's lots of 5s because I only played with most of the time with $15 a week in that challenge, and it really added up over 8 months. So let's start with the longest to count, and I'll speed you up. Okay, so 57 1, setting that back there. And the 5s. Oh, wow, exactly 200 with the 5s. And we have a 20 and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. Wow, I have $457 going in because of those things added in to my July normal budgeted savings. We're going to go on to where our tag is because we were working on the 600, right? So 600, and we have 457 here. And we have our 500 into that we started with, and then an additional 24 that was left over. So we have a total of 481 in cash. 481 in cash. So all we need is $100 to make, $100 added to that to make this, and I added the money in there. So what I'm going to do, what did I say? What didn't I say? These were, you know what, I'm going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to do 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Boom. So I should have kept, I should have kept this 481 in total. I'll take off 100. And that should be, what did it add? Did I hit that one by mistake, friends? Because it was 481. And then 100 minus, so it should, no, this is 481 minus 100, 381. So I'm not going to confuse this anymore. I'm just going to have the satisfaction of marking off my 600 because we have the 500 and the 100 right there. This we know. Okay, we made it to the 600. So we would take the 500 and the 600, and we will then, I'm letting it dry, we would then put it into our 700 because we start with the 600, right? And we need another 100 to get to 700. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 added gives us the 100 we need to then move on up to the 700. And I know that I'm going to speed you up here, but I just love having the satisfaction of filling this in. Friends, we are at 700. So then I take my 700 and I move it right on up to the 800. This one should now be dry enough that I can put it back in. Yes, it is. And Even this one is as well. So we'll put the 700 back in. Done. 700 done. Now we are in the 800. We've got our $700 in here. What do we have here? We're going to count it here. It's 20. And then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and another 100. Wow. Okay, so set my 100 here, and I'm starting with 700. I'm adding that 100. Just one moment. Okay, do you think I'm crazy? You think, oh, you should have just added it up and see where it jumped? I hope not. I hope you see the satisfaction of this, of doing it this way, just feeling it, moving on up and making that progress. Like I said, it's called the progressive challenge. So now we're going to be in the 900, the 900 envelope. And is this dry? I think it is. We'll put that in as completed. And we are now in the 900. What do we have left? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, another 100, friends, another $100. And excuse me while I have fun. Boom, we're at 900. 900, grabbing that out of there. We are in the last envelope now, the $1,000 envelope. I don't think I have enough to finish that, but I don't know. Let's see where we are. And that is now dry and completed. Moving that up for it. All right, here we go. There is 20. And I forget how much this was. I have to redo it. I'll speed you up. Okay, I got 61. So I have $81, and each of these icons are 2. 81 divided. How many of you think that I am $19 short of 1,000, that I should take it from my buffer that I save each week from the playlist? Show of hands, please. Show of hands. I'm raising mine. 19, friend. $19 away from my $1,000, my next $1,000. That is insane. Just doing my $45 a week, my $90 bi-weekly coming in, but then the build a farm that took 8 months came in, that little mini came in, and my little bit helped push me over, didn't it? I am grabbing it from my buffer. So if you've watched my Saturday videos, you know that I play my friend's playlist, and I save $1 per playlist, and then I put that in the buffer to help me with challenges for just a situation like this. Although I've never had quite this situation. So just one more. There's 10 up there. I'll use that 10, and I will use that 15, and 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm just getting too excited. Let's put that back. So that is my buffer money coming in to help me in a very fun time, like $19, right? $19. I'm adding in 19, and guess where we are? We are at completed another 100 to get me to that 1,000. Just one moment, friend. Guys, do you see this? I'm like in shock and amazement because this works. Like, it worked the first time and shocked me. All right, I get to swap out the $500 that was already in the bank, And all this money that, so honestly, 8 months of saving at that build a farm, and then all saving the, after that, I mean, honest, this is July. This is July. And I now have saved another $1,000 and have $2,000. I'll put this in the bank, and I have now completed $2,000 in the emergency fund, and I'm doing the happy dance. I am doing the happy dance. So much fun. I thank you for being here with me and enjoying, I hope, this with me. This is amazing, absolutely amazing to me. Get started. The little bit on during the monthly came in, then little tiny minis that I saved, that longer challenge of $15 a week for 8 months, and then coming in and doing that binder, enjoying those games. All of it came in and brought me to a goal that seemed at one time absolutely impossible. Get started, please. Get started on your challenge. Find one that works for you. Make it enjoyable and get there. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.